Hello and welcome to Infamous MCP, the audio podcast. This is Brandon, or Mutilus on Discord.
This is Josh, go by Grumelzog on Discord.
Welcome back to another Marvel podcast. Jumping straight into it with the news. This is when you say news.
News, let's go news.
Hey,
Let's go news!
Yes. News!
All right,
Thought
there we
you
go.
had a thing for it.
Oh, I do, but you're
Oh, gotcha.
It's weird if you just cut it in when everyone's deadpan.
Okay.
It's supposed to be high energy.
Gotcha.
You're
I'll do the
terrible at this.
Ric Flair.
Yeah.
Woo. Except for my roommates are sleeping, so I can only do a
Yeah,
small
don't do
woo.
that.
Small woo.
Okay. So we have, first off, we're starting with Valkyrie and Elendil.
Let's go.
Right?
Yes.
How you say it?
Ellen Deal, probably, but...
Elendil. Okay. I was whelmed, if I recall. Let me finish up here. Okay, so she's basically... Oh, no, I remember the exciting thing was her gear, I think it's called. Gear? The range 3 attack.
I'm going to have to brush up on my Old Norse for a lot of these names, because
Sure,
I don't know how to pronounce these.
So anyway, it's like the Gwen attack, where if you've already moved or been placed, you get 3 extra dice. So it's range 3, 4 dice, gainer, which means it is functionally 7 dice, because she has a cost 3, place 2. And so I think she's on a large base?
Yes, she is a massive model.
Yeah, she's a big base. So you're basically placing 6 inches when you use that 3 cost ability. She's Asgardian, so obviously she's going to have plenty of power starting on round 2. So that will be good. The fact that she also has a range 3 gainer means she could probably move into a gainer on the first turn and then place if she needs to. So she has a lot of options there for flexibility. But yeah, having the... effectively, she's just going to be a range 3, 7 dice mobile turret as a 4 cost is pretty good. Her spender, probably basically 8 to 10 dice, range 3 with double hit staggers, pretty solid. She has effective airlift from what I recall.
Yes.
And then she has like a weird version of Sam's leadership as a passive. And so yeah, she's got a pretty solid kit. This seems like a workable 4-pointer. I prefer Sif myself, but she doesn't immediately either invalidate Sif or seem obviously worse. Like they're different. So.
I really like her. This is a model I'm very excited to put down on the table. I like that mobility. And I'm curious to see what we can do, because she's not superlatively tanky, but you can definitely missile her at a high threat leader and maybe punch above your weight a bit. She's very good. I feel like she's very good at hunting down models if you want to hunt down something. Because she's medium on the biggest base. She's got place. Let's see, 2 of her attacks have a move that let you just get a little farther away. So it's like they can't even fall back from you, because you'll just, if you have the trigger, you just move towards them again. So I'm interested. I also like, not that she'll use it every turn, but she does have the turn 1 airlift. So your Sif would be great. Like, oh, cool. Now Sif is in striking distance of the midline just right away.
I was actually thinking Mighty Thor. Because if you're taking Wong, Mighty Thor now has a very threatening medium range 3.
Yes.
And so, yeah.
But yes, I think she fits into the game plan quite well. So
I just see the small issue of she doesn't really have a lot of bite. Like even Sif, I think, hits harder than this. The adding threat value to attack dice seems good on its face. But, unmodded attack dice are just what they are. Like,
I will say Sif is probably going to be more reliable because she has rerolls. And this is very much a slot machine of, we're going to go over, we're going to throw dice and see what we do.
Yeah.
So,
now, like I said, she has about everything you could ask for other than non-attack based damage and mods. That's pretty much all she doesn't have. Maybe a little bit more survivability would be nice, but as a 4 threat, she's okay.
So I think some of her survivability, once again, this is going to come down to what she rolls. But she can kind of get out of dodge. right? She could elusive off of Dragon Fang, hit with Gare, and then place 2 away. And it's not great,
within 2
but
of no. It's within 2 of the defender.
yes, but I'm saying you can place 2 away from the character, and then if you haven't used Take Wing and you have the power, you can place another 2 away and maybe get onto a point or.
I wouldn't consider Gear the vault trigger. I would not consider that withdrawing ability. That's the opposite. Like, in fact, if you hit it, it's not even a May. You must close the gap.
Yeah, I guess
because it's a range 3 and you're placing her at range 2.
She has good repositioning.
Mm-hmm. No, yeah. So the advanced short off of elusive, which is pretty reliable, and then the Take Wing, right? But I think you're going to be using Take Wing to get in. I think there will be very few activations. You just start at range 2 outside of burning priority on her, in which case withdrawing is usually not as good of an option for your first activation.
Yeah.
It depends on the situation, obviously. But I do think her being able to get away is important. But if you're not willing to commit to the Take Wing to trigger her offensive side, I don't think she's worth 4 points.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah. So on the off chance, like, hey, I'm going to Take Wing, throw the Greer, and then you hit the Volt trigger, you go into melee range. It's like, well, do I do Dragon Fang to short move away now? Like, I don't think that's a good play pattern. I don't think she actually is good at getting away. She is surprisingly mobile, which I think plays better for her offensive side. Because there are going to be times that you can Take Wing, Greer into a grunt place, and then maybe elusive forward.
You are cutting in and out a little bit on my end. Do you see that? It could just be me. Okay,
That's your internet. That's
okay. I just wanted to make sure and let you know. Okay. But yeah, excited to play her. Her first card is Rite of the Valkyries. It's an Asgard only. During Valkyrie and Elendil or Brunhild's activation, one or both of these characters may pay 4 power each. Each character that spent this card drops all objective tokens they're holding, then place all these characters within 3 of its current position. Finally, each of these characters may make an attack with a power cost of 0. I think I like this card. It's not great, but
that is putting it mildly, I would say.
I hate the dropping of objectives, but like
it's like bad Rainbow Bridge.
It is bad Rainbow Bridge, and
which is already not played.
I already don't play Rainbow Bridge, but I'm trying to be
obviously
I'm trying to be positive and say there is
wide brushstrokes here.
Yes.
Free attacks are good.
Free attacks
out of activation attacks are good. Paying 4 power per character, less good. Getting to place 3 first, better. Yeah. Forcing yourself to drop objectives on a traditionally low model count faction, even worse. Yes. I don't see this card getting played. I think there are situations it is useful. I don't think it's competitive.
Yeah. I'm going to try it.
Sure. I think it's a good card to try. I think it has potential.
I think this sits in that spot of it might make the 10, but I don't know if I'll play it.
I think if you put it in your 10, you're being cute. I think even putting it in the 10 is being cute. Because we're realistically looking at it, you're going to play Doom Prophecy first. You're going to play... you'll probably play Rainbow Bridge first, but even if you decide not to, you've got 2 restricted cards still, plus Odin's Blessing. And there's probably 5 other good cards that are on the list. Yeah. It's like you're going to cut, God-Blooded out of here. You're going to cut, what's the new Loki card?
Giant's Blood?
Giant's Blood, yeah, that's what I meant. Yeah. You're going to cut Giant's Blood out, there's even good, funnier cards than this that you could play. I don't know. Plus, it's not even useful unless you have both Valkyries on the table, which is not a given in every list. You could build it to be true, but...
You can do one or the other, can't you?
Sure, but you think this test card is worth just playing on one of them?
No, I think you want both.
Yeah. I think you play Heave-Ho first, honestly. Being able to throw a lamppost for 3 damage is as good as this.
Card banned?
Is it? Did they finally rotate it? I have 9 copies of Heave-Ho for no fucking reason.
Oh, I thought it was.
I've never put it in a a list out of principle.
Yeah, it's rotated. Yeah.
Good. Okay, regardless.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think you play it for just 1. I think the only value is potentially having 2 and getting into turn 3, basically, and saying, my first activation is going to be, attack, throw something with Mighty Thor, play Ride of the Valkyries, and both Valkyries attack as well, and just do your insurmountable first turn.
Yeah.
Maybe you could get away with like a Doom Prophecy Valkyrie activation, and then do your 0-cost attack on top of everything else. That could be good.
So, out of curiosity, if you played this card, went in and did a gear attack, you get the on her turn.
Yeah.
You get +3 dice, right?
Oh no, it's even worse than I thought. You have to play it on one of their activations. Yes, if you play it during her activation, you would get the Greer.
But so you could technically do 3 7-dice attacks with this.
I think it's Geyer. I'm going to say Geyer.
Geyer, okay. Because as soon as she's been placed, she hits the trigger. So you just go, cool, Geyer. That's
yes.
21 dice.
Yeah, the problem is it's 7 power.
No.
Because she has to take wing and then do...
No, you're getting a place from this card. You're placing within 3.
Oh,
so
you do this and then...
it's triggering Geyer.
Okay. Okay, yeah, I guess I didn't realize that. Then it has to happen during her activation.
Yeah.
Which is less useful, but better comboed because it triggers Geyer. I hate it less now, but I still don't think it's that good.
Yeah.
I could see it getting played, though.
I will agree with you. I'm going to try it. I'm going to see what it's like. I don't think this is going to make the 5. Maybe.
The fact that there's a linear play pattern of don't spend power, make sure you end turn 1 with 2 power up to 4, and go hard in with Valkyrie on the first activation. I think there's value in that.
I agree.
Okay. Next card.
Do you want to read it?
No.
Okay. Warrior's Frenzy. Unaffiliated. Reactive. When Valkyrie and Elendil dazes or KOs an enemy character with an attack during the activation, after the attack is resolved, Valkyrie and Elendil may spend 3 power to play this card. This character advances S, then the character may choose an interactive terrain feature or enemy character, both of size 3 or less, within 2, and throw it medium. This is fine. This is a okay card. I do think she's going to be getting some dazes and KOs just because of the mobility of her kit.
This card is Heave-Ho.
Is it?
You have reactive-based Heave-Ho with condition. It's terrible. Because every throw is the same. Who cares?
Oh, yeah.
It's just so the good part is its potential character displacement, but it being that it's reactive and conditional, I don't like it.
I will agree with that because I was going to say like you could use this. She is on a big base, so maybe you daze someone, you move S, you throw someone off a point that's already activated. Cool, now you're scoring a point.
Yeah.
So there is some value to it. But
yeah, if you weren't in the faction of people who can throw people, I would feel more strongly about it.
Yes, but
like
it is
every other character in Asgard wants to move people.
Not everyone has one.
Even Sif can move people.
Yeah, Sif can move people. You're correct. There's a lot of people that can be moved. You are correct.
The other Valkyrie can move people. Like what are you talking about?
But yeah, like it's cute, but not like crazy. Got to bring it. So, all right.
Okay. Going to Warriors 3 in an attempt to save words. I'm going to summarize these guys as 3-point Wrecking Crew, and we're going to move on.
Correct.
I will point out they have a really cool ability of Grim Resolve, which is unfortunately the theme of the week, which is why everyone has an ability like this. When they suffer damage from any attack, they heal 1.
Yes.
So they have like the Apocalypse regeneration ability, but they can move towards the attacker, so it's a combination of that and aggressive. Then they have like Sabretooth's attack back thing, but it has to specifically be the middle guy who's range 3/4 dice gainer. Mm-hmm. It has a chance to pierce, which is cool. They don't have like the stacking effects thing like the Wrecking Crew does, unfortunately.
Yes.
Which would have been really cool.
I was joking that they gave me a 3-threat grunt in Asgard because it's what this feels like, and it is on a big base with 3 guys. I'm not a huge fan of this guy. I don't know if I would bring him over. Mm-hmm. I've been converted to the Valkyrie. he's so squishy, he's just gonna die. At best, you are missiling him towards a big threat to Spender and trying to get something. Because
I actually think their survivability is acceptable. I don't think it's bad.
3's 5/5 is a twig
Sure, but he
in a
heals
hurricane.
if he survives an attack. Like, if they don't one-shot you, you're basically 6 health. If they don't one-shot you again, then you're 7 health. Like, that matters.
Yeah. Let's see. I do like that they basically have inbuilt 3 attacks. Like, that's pretty cool. You still got to pay for it, but you're generating 2 power, so it's never a problem. Their attacks are fine. The Fimble Draugr is a little weak. It's only 4 dice. It's range 3, but you do get the Pierce. I hate things that are double activation or double trigger.
Double trigger on
because
a 4-die attack.
On a 4 dice attack, it's like, so mathematically, I'll just always get one or the other, and I'll never see that.
What is it? It's like a 30%er to trigger it.
Yeah,
it's fine.
It's fine. When you get it, you'll be excited. When you don't,
I think that's about the right spot for it, because if you had a 50-50 trigger Pierce, it'd be too good. So I think it's in a good spot.
Yeah, it's fine. They are fine. They will take me a while to build and paint. I love the model. The model is great.
Yeah.
It's cool.
Think about
3 little
Think
guys.
about this play pattern, though. Like, you like Mighty Thor as a leader, right?
Yeah.
So you're playing Mighty Thor. They shoot you.
Okay.
You get your reroll because you're not inside range 2. And then you're going to aggressive towards them into range 2, attack them, get your reroll on their turn, trigger Pierce and Bleed when they hit you, and then you'll heal 1 because they damage you and didn't kill you.
And gain a power.
Like, that's an amazing play pattern.
It's pretty decent. Like I said, I just think 3s across the board, 5/5 means someone.
So you would give up the healing and the aggressive to have a 4 in the physical and make them the other side of average?
No.
They're a 3-pointer. They can't have great stats. Like, that's the rule.
That's true.
Okay.
But it's not true because there are 3-pointers that are good. But
and they're bad for the game.
Yes.
So you
can't
can't want them to release fair models and get mad when your
I
faction
can when
doesn't get
it's
the
my
best.
favorite affiliation. I don't give a shit about your game balance.
We need to be realistic. Like, you have to look at things objectively.
I understand. But yeah, they're fine. They will get some play testing.
They're a 3-point Asgardian.
3 points on,
terrible.
if I remember correctly, they're on the biggest base.
Are they on a large?
I think they're on a large.
Looking at the picture, it's hard to say for sure. I would guess medium, but it's hard to say for sure.
So,
because it's a custom base.
Yeah, they're very neat.
Okay, now the even more aggravating part of this. There are multiple Tactics cards that win the race for having the most words. This has got to be the most words released that only involve a single character. If you just take the Warriors 3, their 2 Tactics cards plus character card have got to have the most words of any 3 cards.
For a second, I thought you were going to say, this has got to be the most words on a card. And I was like, you clearly didn't scroll down because there's a whole other card.
No, it's the combination of the 2 Tactics cards and a character card. It's not like you're cherry picking different ones, right? It's not like, well, I have 2 more Shall Rise, and then I have Malekith, which is not related. And you're like, no. If you pick one character and 2 of their Tactics cards, this has to be the most words. Even Apocalypse. Like, Apocalypse doesn't actually have that many words on his card. Now, some of the cards he has with him, like the Horseman cards, have a bunch, but it's like a whole mechanic. Okay, this is a random 3-point grunt dude.
Yes.
Although we were joking, me and Parker were joking, that you could now build like the silliest list, where it's like, I've got the Howling Commandos, I've got the Wrecking Crew, I've got the Warriors 3, I've got like Red Skull 2, and it's like, I have 16 models on the board, I've only spent 9 points. Like,
that would be so fun to play. I'm down.
Yeah. Okay, so their 2 cards, in summary, are Warrior's Oath, which is Lethal Protector, but you spend up to 6 power, and then for each increment of 2 power, you get to choose one of the warriors in addition to protect you. You get to choose that many off the list. So you could choose for all 3 effects, which would be One is shock stun, one is remove 2 damage from the chosen character, and one is um, gives 1 power to the chosen character. So you could do any number of 1 to 3 of those effects.
Yes.
The other one is way more interesting, but as you read on, it becomes more insulting. Do you want to cover this one?
I will cover this one because I'm fairly excited about this one. It's
Of course you are.
Deeds Worthy of Song during the power phase. Now, an Asgard character may play this card. When the card is played, set it up on the battlefield instead of discarding it. It costs no power. You play this turn 1. The first time each of the following conditions is met, put 1 worthy deed on the token. Slay a monster. You KO a enemy character at 5/3 or more. Drive out invaders. 2 or more enemy characters are dazed or KO'd by collisions. During an allied character's activation.
Yeah, by a allied
activation. Yeah. Protect the small. An allied character dazes or KOs 2 or more enemy models during its activation and ends activation within 2 of another allied character that has 2 threat or less. Note that Asgard does not have an affiliated 2. So fingers crossed for Throg. Ragnarok.
Throg would not be a 2 threat.
The little Thor frog.
Throg would not be a 2 threat. He's as strong as Thor.
Okay, but they gotta give me something, man.
Sure, give me the Warriors 1.
The Warriors 1, yeah.
There you go.
Give me Asgardian Guard number 2.
I actually personally think every affiliation should go through and get Asgardian Soldier or something random mutant. Everyone should have a random throwaway soldier that's a 1 or a 2-pointer. I think the game in its current state would be made better by having placeholder characters. I think it's annoying to try and build lists nowadays it just makes your list so formulaic that it's I have no flexibilities. I have to add up to this many points and have this many guys to hold all my extracts. It just puts you in a box, and I think it's really not interesting.
I actually think that is a super good point, and I like that idea because
I think grunts were a good idea. I don't think they were implemented particularly well, but I think they've kind of gotten a handle on grunts with a lot of their erratas, cleaning up weird triggers that shouldn't be happening.
And the final one is Ragnarok. An allied character is dazed or KO'd, and 2 or more other allied characters have been dazed or KO'd this round. If you played this card during any cleanup phase, you may remove 2 worthy deeds tokens if you do score 2 VPs. So, on the surface, this card is fun, maybe not competitive.
So the other thing is you don't have to score it the turn you play it.
No, it never goes away. Game. It goes for the whole game.
So, just pointing out the number of times in a game that these effects might trigger. The first one, Slay the Monster, is KO, not daze or KO, just KO an enemy character of 5 threat or more. There's a lot of lists that don't have a 5 threat, so we'll just go, that's not guaranteed at all.
Correct.
Not to mention, the majority of 5 threat models don't die in a game. They usually live to the end, especially when the game is 3 fucking turns. The Drive Out the Invaders is probably the more achievable one.
Yes.
The issue is, from my interpretation of the wording, is you have to daze 2 enemy characters or kill them with collisions on 1 single activation. That is going to be extremely difficult in Asgard because you'd have to bring Magneto or something that could do multiple collisions, or an Immortal Hulk who could keep bouncing.
Yeah.
I just don't see that happening when you've got most of your characters to only do 1 throw. Thor could keep hitting the throw trigger, and that could get really good, but certainly not reliable.
Yes, this very much that trigger is I hit someone, I did 4 damage out of 5 health, I threw them into something. Bam, there's a collision. I turned around, I did 3 damage to someone who had less than 3 health. Bam, got it.
You could do it with 1 by throwing an enemy character into another enemy character, right? But you have to not have brace, not have damage reduction, and one of them would have to have 1 health, and the other guy would have to blank out on his dodges. It's just so many ifs to make that really relevant. So then moving to the next one, Protect the Small, which is the most convoluted, because you have to daze or KO 2 or more enemy characters during 1 activation, and then end that activation within range 2 of an ally that is threat 2 or less, which, as you pointed out, is none. You don't have a faction ally, at least.
Yes.
So you're already bringing in Lend-Lease mercenaries. Then on top of that, me and Parker were arguing about it. I don't think grunts count because they don't have a threat value as opposed to
They do
having
not, as I
right.
understand it.
So
Because a
right.
grunt
So
is considered its threat value is part of the
yeah.
character. It is not a one
So
threat.
0 is not considered to be or less than 2.
Yeah.
And that's been the standard ruling on other effects like this. So you would have to bring a 2 threat, then have your person daze 2 people, and then happen to be near your 2 threat model.
Yeah.
Now, to be fair, it doesn't say that the 2 threat model has to be alive, which is a big bonus, honestly.
That is true.
And then Ragnarok is if you have 3 dazed people on your team, you've probably lost the game, so it doesn't really matter. Because it triggers on dazed or KO, and you have to have 2 or more other allied characters who have been dazed or KO.
Yeah, it's going to be 3.
And yeah.
Now,
so
the
that's
one
brutal.
about that is that would trigger with grunts, correct? Because grunts are an allied character.
Correct.
So you could kill your own grunts or have your grunts killed. It would count a little, just trying to game it so there's a little bit of leeway.
Sure.
So
but, just go ahead.
So I was going to say, the reason I like this card is it's very fun and it feels like I'm trying to play a game within a game.
Sure. Yeah, it gives you a reason to play MCP, right?
and you do okay, yeah. But you're trying to do like other little things. And I find that fun.
I like the concept behind it. I have several issues with the card. First, the reward is victory points, which is its own issue that we've talked about a lot. Why are you making every aspect of the game about scoring out as quickly as possible? They could have done all kinds of cool stuff as the result for this. It could have been, hey, maybe you get to like summon Valkyrie or something. Like, could have been cool stuff, right?
Yeah.
Maybe you can use these tokens as rerolls or something throughout the course of the game.
Yeah,
it's like, hey, I did a deed worthy of song. I get a song token. I can spend a song token to do things.
Thor blesses all of your characters, and you get an attack dice or something.
Yeah, it could have been refresh another card. You get Owen's Blessing back or something. There could have been all kinds of cool effects, like give 10 power to one of your characters or something. There's all kinds of cool stuff you could have done. But no, it's victory points, because it's all that fucking matters. But in doing so, they're going to try and force you to do something that's practically unachievable in a normal game.
Yeah.
Like, if your opponent... If you're playing a close victory point game where 2 victory points matters, then all this other shit is not happening. You're not getting 3 of your people dazed and have a relevant score. Like, you're not killing 2 enemy characters and then, like, ending with all your people in a pile. Like, this isn't stuff that happens during a normal game. It's annoying. I think the whole point of the card is wrongly implemented, but I think it's a really cool idea.
It's a cool idea. And especially with, like, Asgard being like, here's you're doing these deeds, cool. I know I will never get it. I'm going to try so that I can do it. But
yeah, there's a lot of cards like this
legally,
that have really cool payoffs. But, like,
legally,
2 victory points, like...
With this in Asgard, you could score 5 points out of turn. Because you could play this, you do Usurp the Throne with a Trickster's Boon. That would make Killmonger score 2 if he kills their highest threat model. Then you score 1 because you played Trickster's Boon and you dazed or KO'd the model. And then, assuming you were able to complete these deeds, that's another 2. Bam.
That was kind of my point. It's like, you're comparing this to a card that gives you an obvious buff and then also gives you victory points if you get to pull off. But you'd play the card even if it didn't give you victory points. It's the best, like, damage steroid in the game. It happens to be tied to a specific character, but it's just like, okay. Or we can make this convoluted bullshit that doesn't really matter.
Yes.
And doesn't give you a benefit. It actually makes you play stupid. Because you're doing shit you shouldn't be doing.
But I will agree that I really like this idea. I would have liked to see it be a little more achievable with not victory points and something else. Hand out tokens that give me attack dice on my next attack, or hand out 3 power across the board, something like that. Because I feel like they were like, okay, we're going to do a victory point card, and we're going to do these deeds that you got to do. And they're like, I read through them like, these are really fucking hard to do. Like, 2 victory points is good, don't get me wrong. But these are real, like, the easiest one is
they're
daze or KO an enemy character of 5 or more. And
no, KO.
Yes, or sorry, yeah, KO an enemy character of 5 or more is achievable if they brought a 5 threat. All the other ones are like, okay. If they happen, they happen. I don't think I would play to make them happen.
I think this is the longest we spent on any of the cards. I think we've beaten this to death.
Okay.
And I think we should move on. But I think we're in complete agreement on this.
Yeah. Okay.
The juice is not worth the squeeze because you could just instead play cards and or characters that complement scoring and you would get the result.
Yeah.
Okay, moving on. We have another panel to play that just came out this evening. So this is going to be actual new news. All right, first off, we have a new Infinity Gem, the Bonded Soul Gem. 0 cost. I'm assuming, I'm going to skip ahead. Nobody read. Yep, Bonded Soul Gem. He's the only one that can have it. Okay. When a non-grunt character is dazed or KO'd, this character may gain 1 power, remove up to 1 damage from itself, or remove up to 1 special condition from itself. Additionally, this character and other allied characters within 4 cannot lose power as a result of enemy effects. Okay. Thoughts?
I like it.
Of course you would. You are like Mr. Blinders.
Yes.
I don't like blanket effects. Like, can't lose power. It probably doesn't matter, but you and allies within 4 can't lose power due to enemy effects. I think that is really kind of a catch-all. I don't like that, but it seems fine.
It seems fine.
Balance-wise, I don't think it's broken.
There's not a ton of lose power effects. I was trying to think of them all earlier, so there's just really not a ton. Most of them are on triggers anyway, so it is fine. And then should be noted, you don't have to, but that is a part of his threat cost, because that is threat cost 0, so he can just take it. Yeah, which is neat. That's cool thing for a character.
Okay, moving on to Adam Warlock, also known as Adam Warlock, according to his card. Mm-hmm. Why are all the Guardians like that? Have you noticed that?
I believe it's
Gamora is Gamora. Rocket is Rocket.
I think it's because they
don't have alter egos. That's who they are.
Yeah, like the writers that did it, of the comics and all that, like, they're not like Steve did this run. It's like Guardians are pretty self-contained. Adam Warlock's pretty self-contained. He hops in and out. He's not a big thing. He is a big thing, but he's not like...
Okay. I have not read any of this, so diving right in. 7 threat. He is 7 health on the front, 8 on the back. He's 3/4/3. His first attack is Karmic Blast, range 3, 6 dice, builder. Sap power on a wild. Pretty straightforward. Then we have Quantum Bolt is his spender, Mystic, cost 5, range 4, 9 dice. After the attack is resolved, the defender is size 4 or less. He may throw it medium. And then on a wild trigger, Avatar of Life. After the attack is resolved, for each wild in the result of the attack roll, this character may choose another allied character within 4. You may remove 1 damage or 1 special condition. Okay.
So I have a question about that. Okay. Is that within 4 of him, or is that within 4 of the character being attacked? Because that felt ambiguously. Okay.
No, it's within him.
Okay.
It would there's terminology for that to be within 4 of the target. Gotcha. Anytime it doesn't clarify otherwise, it's referencing itself. Okay. That seems fine. Yeah, I don't have any problems with that. Okay. Universal Translation is placed within 2, cost 2, okay. Cosmic Energy Construct. When this character or an allied character within range 4 is targeted by an attack, this character may use this superpower. Add 2 dice to the character's defense roll. Okay. Chronokinesis. Alright, cost 4. When this character or an allied character within 4 is attacking or defending, during the modified dice, reroll all of their dice. Okay, so it's a time stone?
Yes. But
it doesn't allow skulls. Okay. That doesn't seem worth 4, but it's not worthless. Oh god, of course he has that.
Thanos is back, baby.
Yeah. Anytime it's reduced by 1. Oh, it's not to a minimum of 1. Yeah. Okay, cool. That doesn't seem worth 7 points.
A little squishy.
At all.
A little squishy.
That's very squishy. Well, I guess you give him Reality Stone, but now you're talking about an 8-point model. That's the thing, though, like, naked Thanos versus naked Adam Warlock. I think Thanos is probably better.
I think because Thanos can give attack dice, right?
Yeah, he gives attack
So
dice, and it's really good.
This very much feels, it's a little oddly written, but it's like a supporty kind of character. Like you're going to be keeping him a little
No,
back.
I see that.
But
yeah, he's got range. Like, he's not super short.
Kind of, I don't know, 7 for 3, 4, 3, 7, 8.
I mean, so Cosmic Portal is better than Universal Translation. Cosmic Energy Construct is worse than what's the attack dice boost?
Blood.
I can't remember what it's called.
Skulls.
Thanos' attack dice boost.
I don't know.
Remember what it's called.
I don't play.
It's always just called Add Dice.
Yeah, Add Dice.
Okay.
Death
Decree.
Yeah, there you go.
That's it. It's way worse than Death Decree. Like, way, way worse. Chronokinesis is not good enough to make up for either of those. His being immeasurable power is the same. And so are his attacks better than Thanos' attacks? I guess you could argue Quantum Bolt is better than Cosmic Blast, but the strike is better. He has less hit points than Thanos, and he costs a threat more. That does not seem great.
I'm not upset that a higher threat model is undertuned, but I will say he feels just a tad undertuned.
Does feel undertuned.
It's a cheap affiliation. You got a lot of 2s and 3s, but
I just don't know that you can win today's game by paying 8 threat for a character. Like,
yeah,
the most important thing you can do is stand on a point or hold and extract, and he does both of those half as well as 2 other models.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of what I've seen so far, but I guess the bigger irksome part is he doesn't feel like Adam Warlock to me. He's most of the way there. Like, his abilities aren't wrong. It just feels like an impersonation of Thanos, as opposed to being like his own person.
I would agree with that. It very much feels like they were like, okay, we got to do this guy, and he's the only other one in the game until we get Doom.
Yeah.
That can have all the soul gems, right? Or all the whatever.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Infinity Stones. And they were kind of like looking at Thanos' card while they wrote it, right? Mm-hmm. They're like, okay, let's look at it. Okay, we'll do this instead. Okay, we'll do this. Like, they just copied the homework, and it's like, but Thanos is like, I'm a cosmic tyrant. I'm going to get stuck in and beat the shit out of someone. And Adam Warlock is not that kind of character. So
yeah, like my biggest concern, it feels like Phoenix, where it's like, okay, I understand that you're this really cool 7 threat model, whatever. How do you win the game? And then they just kind of shrug and put their hands up, like, step 3 win. Like he does nothing. Like, AMG has shown us how to win the game, right? Like, they showed us what they want us to do to win the game. He does 0 of those things.
Yeah.
So,
I will say, trying to speak to the positives, I like both of his attacks, and I do think Cosmic Energy Construct is very useful, because you aren't exactly always rolling the highest defense dice in Guardians. Mm-hmm. So having that buff to make your guys just a little better, turns Star-Lord into 5s across the board, still with plucky attitude. I do really like that.
I don't understand why they replaced the Soul Stone. I understand that thematically he has like a special Soul Stone. I think this is worse than the normal Soul Stone for him. Like, if of all of the stones he personally would want, I think he wants the Soul Stone. And they took it away from him because it's not on his list. He can only have this one.
Yeah.
Because, like, what he wants to do, this model appears to want to move to the middle, get infinite power from other people using abilities, and then protect his team while lasering people. And the thing that would let him do that better than anything else is the Soul Stone.
Yeah. And there's a little bit of, I can't think of the word, but he's got defensive tech, which is really nice. But then his Soul Stone wants you to have non-grunts dazed or KO'd, And I guess you're
No,
trying
I
to
think
kill
that's
the enemy
the
team.
term would be
but like,
hold on. The term would be counter synergy, but it's not
yeah,
counter synergy because it's like a second win when you start to fail. When your defenses are crumbling, you get reinforced by gaining this
yeah.
new more power, more gain, and so I think that works. Because if you give them abilities that don't work like that, they're not layered in time release, then it's just a lot of shit all at once, which is what Thanos is. It's like
That's a fair
Thanos
point.
is a blunt object,
Yeah,
which is why it's a problem.
that's a good
But
point.
if he gets a resurgence as the game progresses, then that's more balanceable. And so I like that mechanic. I just think it's unfortunate that due to theme of the game and storyline of the comics, that the Soul Stone happens to be the stone he wants and can't have.
Mhm.
Like if they had just decided that the Power Stone and the Soul Stone were reversed in game effect, then you wouldn't care because he would never take the Power Stone.
So I don't generally play with stones, but if you were
Mhm.
going to add another stone to him, which one would you like the most?
Soul Stone.
So no, okay. Out of the ones he can pick.
Oh, Reality Stone, not close. So the Reality Stone just makes it to where one of your crits succeeds or one of your skulls is a critical as a passive at basically all times.
Oh,
And
okay.
so, but it also works with interacting. When interacting, one of your skulls is a crit, which would trigger every single one of the
Pay to flips.
pay to flips and the
Okay.
interactables. Because even like what's it called? Intrusions, like, oh, I rolled a skull. Not just kidding, it's a crit, so I actually get to place where I want. Like, it's every time you interact, a skull will be a crit.
Yeah.
And so, but it's really good on defense because, as you can do the math, turning a skull into a crit is potentially 2 blocks plus his already innate block from his super DR. Means that he's on average blocking like 2.5 at all times, which means he's almost impossible to wear down with little attacks.
Yeah.
So you have to hit him with big stuff. And if that's the case, then he can, re-roll his dice, which is something Thanos can't do. And he can also add dice to his defense roll, which is something Thanos can't do. So if he's stacked up on power, it's going to be incredibly hard to punch through him, especially with like energies. He's been rolling 6 dice, skulls or crits, plus a DR on top. You get an extra power per stone you have. And so if he has 2 stones, you make him 8 threat. He's going to have reality and bonded soul. Then he's going to be getting 3 power a turn.
Okay.
So yeah, Reality Stone's the best because it's the combat stone. Space Stone is nice if you want to play him more support oriented, but then he'll be more power hungry. I guess not really because his activation doesn't cost anything. Oh no, did they get rid of that? Yeah, you have to pay for stones now.
Yeah, you still have to pay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, you'll have to spend 2 power to place an ally within 2 of their current location, and he kind of already has that for himself, so you'd only be taking it to move other people. Mind Stone would make more sense because obviously you want your 8 threat character to be able to displace people, so Mind Stone would make sense. But I think you'd end up taking Reality because you're not taking him if you want displacement.
Yeah. Cool.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not the most meta person at the moment, so he doesn't feels like he's to be Phoenix. People put him on the table because he's a fan favorite, and then he'll get quickly forgotten.
Well, going into our next little segment, which quick note, they originally uploaded this without.
Did they really?
Yeah.
AMG, what the fuck are you guys doing?
We have his leadership card, Cosmic Awareness. It is reactive. After deployment, Adam Warlock may play this card. When this card is played, set it near the battlefield instead of discarding it. Place 1 shield token on this card. Adam Warlock gains the following ability. It is your following leadership. It is your active leadership. Cosmic Awareness.
Pause. I just want to say real quick, it frustrates me that they've never covered the explanation of what discarded or any of that shit means. They just made it up one day and keep using the term discard, don't discard.
Okay, that's a really good point.
There is no discard. Like, it's not explained anywhere.
Because we are up to like 4 cards now. They're like, put it here. Don't discard it. And it's like...
They use the term like, it is discarded. Like, what do you mean it's discarded?
I've never discarded a card in my entire life in this game.
They never talk about like... it's so stupid.
Obviously, Guardians of the Galaxy. When an allied character attacks, defends, or dodges during the modified dice step, it may use this leadership. If it does, choose one of the character's dice and add a token matching that die's result to the set aside Cosmic Awareness card. Then remove a different token on that card and change the chosen die's result to match this token. This leadership can modify skull results and can only be used once per turn. Additionally, this character may use the superpowers of an Infinity Gems without paying the cost. So he does gain free Infinity Gems and dice fixing. Which
I actually
I
really like that
I
concept.
really like this leadership.
Because you it's not free, you have to bank it. So like if I'm not attacking you, I'm not feeding you potential offensive results. So like if I'm attacking you, let's say I get 3 hits, you get 1 block. You're not going to pull that block out to save a block, right? That wouldn't make any sense.
Yeah.
You're like, I now give myself this hit result. Like that wouldn't make any sense. So you're trying to like alternate your results. So it's like, hey, I went offensive, so I'm gonna put my block, pull this block out, put a hit in, and then reverse it on the defense roll. Which means there's counterplay by your opponent. Your opponent can intentionally not attack you while you have blocks showing, knowing that you could swap them to save an offensive result.
I think it's going to be too smart for me, but I really like that because it is alternating. Because there are things like, well, I think you might have just said this, but I rolled a hit on my defense. I don't need a hit on defense.
Yeah.
Bam, I'm popping it over. Or, cool, I rolled 4 wilds. I only needed to block 3. We'll just pop that wild over for the next person to use.
Right.
And put in something else.
This is like the first layer, right, of interest, where it's like, okay, I see how the functionality is supposed to be. The subtle stuff's going to be like, oh, I rolled the hit, I got all these offensive dice. He doesn't have a wild trigger, so I'll swap the wild for the hit.
Yes.
And now I'll bank this wild, which I can use for a later trigger. Or like, obviously, like, hey, I don't need this crit after I've rolled it. The attack's already gotten the die added. So I think what really is going to happen, you're just going to be banking crits all the time. Because why wouldn't you turn a hit into a crit? Because I've already rolled the extra dice. I'll take the crit out, put this regular hit in. Now I've got a crit in my pocket.
Yeah. And it feels very much like, it feels, you might disagree, but like a smart leadership in that I need to be aware of what my opponent might do next.
Yeah. I think that'll be up to your opponent, really. Because once you've got the token, there's no decision-making process. It's up to your opponent to counterplay you, which I think in the first several games won't happen at all. And then as people get more experienced with it, they'll start to realize, why am I doing a 4-die attack into a guy with a banked block? Like, that's stupid.
Yeah.
And so instead, I'll just double move and interact here. I'll I'll reposition on the other side. Like, I'll pass. Like, I'll do things to force you into actions you don't want to take, or doing so without your leadership.
Yes. But I think it looks really fun. It's very interesting.
It does look. I actually do like this. You said earlier I was going to hate it. I actually really like this leadership.
Dice fixing, man. That's great. I probably have 70 games with Angela, easy. Mm-hmm. And I have hit that stupid freaking double attack trigger maybe 5 times.
I've never had an opponent not hit it. Every single time they do Heaven's Wrath, they hit it. I still think she's bad.
So rarely hit it. And now I can't be stopped. We're going straight to the top.
If you take Angela and Adam Warlock, you will lose every game.
It doesn't matter. It's about hitting it.
It does matter when you don't make it long enough into the game to use Heaven's Wrath.
I have 2 threats. That's let's see. That's at base.
That's
7,
13
12,
points of 2 models.
14, 16. That's 4 models at 16.
Yeah, unfortunately, the sad part of this leadership is it's never going to get used. Just like Malekith's leadership, which is amazing, it's never going to get used because he's dog shit. I don't think Adam dog shit. I think Adam is better than Malekith. He just, as an 7 or 8 point leader, I don't think that's tenable.
Malekith is amazing. You're just hating.
Mm-hmm. Why don't you play Malekith then?
I do play Malekith. I've been playing Malekith and Winterguard consistently for the last 6 months.
I think you've said everything you need to say with that statement.
But yeah, I do like this leadership. I think it looks fun. I'm excited to try it. I don't The problem is Star-Lord's leadership is so good that I don't know how
Right, yeah, they're competing with the exact opposite, which is smooth brain dice fixing on a 3-point leader with great stats. Like, what could you fucking want?
Yes.
Like, you literally have the world, and you're throwing it away for something that's fun, which is what AMG hates. So, don't do that. I have 2 points I want to bring up there, unrelated to news. So, would you like to say anything else on these topics?
No, that's all I got.
Okay. All right. So the first point is, I was chatting with you, I think it was, about stupid bullshit, dumb combos, or maybe it was Zach. I can't remember who it was. It was one of the harvesters, and we were talking about it at the store, and we were talking about teleporting people.
Mm-hmm.
Like Lockjaw, basically. Someone competing with Lockjaw in like in competitive space.
Yeah.
And so I brought up the point, it's like, why don't you just play Nightcrawler and use Mass Transit? And I think it was Zach I was talking to.
No, it might have been me, because I think
was it? Okay.
I was trying to figure... Yeah, because I was trying to figure out how to, like, turn 1 Alpha Strike my entire list up the board.
That's what it was. Yeah. And so we started talking about Mass Transit, and if you use Xavier's leadership, I want to say it is, then you meditate, pass a power, and when you pass the power, you hand a power to Nightcrawler, so he goes up to 3 power.
Yeah.
Then, Wong fucks off, whatever, doesn't really matter. You then walk Nightcrawler forward, and you position its Red Skull 2 and Logan on your deployment line, but you put Nightcrawler behind them, so when he activates, he's going to walk forward to maximum range 2, and then use Mass Transit, which we measured out. It puts your guys, like, just past the objective on the meta line when you play it. It's might even be further than that. You completely take over the center of the board with your whole list. You put everyone there. It's like Xavier, Wolverine, and Red Skull. But if you want to, because you're going so far up the board, and you can reverse it, so you don't position him behind. I'm probably explaining this very poorly and fractured, but so you can either put him on the middle line or on the deployment line, and you Mass Transit immediately, and then he walks away from Logan, leaving Logan in activated range of no one within 3. Because the range 2 on both sides plus base width means that he's not in range 3 of an ally if you don't want him to be. So you put Logan on the front side, ready to go, and then you have Red Skull 2 and Xavier behind him with an activated Nightcrawler. And then, Nightcrawler late game isn't bad either, because, he's his own terrifying monster later in the game. Especially when you can keep feeding him power again. And then you've got Wong there. For the next turn, you remove the stagger token from Nightcrawler. And so you've just got 2 of the hardest, most efficient attack monsters on the center line, protecting all of whatever is in the middle for you. And it just seemed like that list is something that might get me to play MCP again for a bit, because that sounded really fun.
Yes, that does sound...
It's all in, all the time, don't care, no breaks.
Which is how I love to play this game.
Exactly. Like, it's the fun way to play the game. Yeah, let's just figure this shit out right now.
What are you going to do? I'm not going to give a shit. I'm going to roll as many attack dice at you as I can. It
is in no way, like, guaranteed to win by any means. It's just like, just come over here and fight me and we'll just figure this shit out.
But the look on your opponent's face when you do that to them, they have no idea, like, what it is. They're just
but my next formula point on my flowchart of scoring 7 points on the first turn says go here, but your guys are there now. Like that's like the level of the conversation you have with people. The second point is something that frustrated me today when I was unpacking our order. I don't know how to put this into words, how annoying this is for me. Are you aware that they're doing affiliation boxes? I would imagine so. Okay. Do you know what the Guardians of the Galaxy affiliation box includes?
The current one is CGR, Star-Lord, Rocket Groot?
Correct. How much do you think that box set costs?
I'm gonna guess $90.
It is $65.
What?
Hell of a deal, right? So Rocket Groot's $40, $25 for Star-Lord, and I think it was $35? I'm conservatively guessing $35 for CGR, which I think it was actually more than that.
It was I think it's $45 for CGR.
I think that sounds right. I'm going to look it up just to confirm, because I want to have the math correct.
By the way, I meant to tell you.
Oh, what's that?
That I would like to buy these models at the store, but I will not be able to pick them up the night that they come out. So if you hold on to them for me.
Which models are those?
The
Warlock?
Guardians box and the Asgard box. Yeah, they released at
The
the same time.
Guardians box has been out for a while.
No, this new Adam Warlock Guardians.
Oh, okay.
One, yeah.
Okay, so of course they took Cosmic Ghost Rider off their website.
Which, funny enough, I kind of don't like these affiliation boxes for that reason. How else are you supposed to get CGR? Like if
he's only in there. It is $45. You were correct. So it's $110 for those 4 models retail, right? It costs then $65 to buy them as a pack of 4, which is an amazing deal. The other box set that comes out very soon has Magic Colossus and who are the other 2? Is it Iceman and Kitty?
Yes, that kind of sounds correct.
So Magic Colossus is the standard 45.
Oh no, it is Magic Colossus, Bishop, and Nightcrawler. The Xavier's student affiliation pack, yeah.
Right. So those are both $40 boxes. Standard price point, $20 model.
Yeah.
So that would be $80 for the 4. So it's $30 less than the Guardians individually, right? How much does that box set cost?
$70.
So you save $250 a model versus the other box set is practically half
That's
off.
hilarious. That's really funny, actually.
I was like pricing them like that can't be right. This has to be wrong.
And you know what's really funny is if I remember right, you would know better than me, but haven't Magic and Colossus been out of stock for like 2 years?
They came back for a brief period. They did a small print run. They immediately went back out of stock.
Because I kept them because I was like, I want to play X-Men at some time. But I was like looking at eBay one day. I was like, dude, I could flip these models for like $30 a pop because no one can find them and people are willing to pay it. I was like, that's crazy.
Yeah,
that's so funny. But yeah,
it blew me away. I was like, how does that make sense?
I don't like CGR being in that box because I don't feel like he's a core Guardian model thematically. And then
of course he's not, but they just didn't. They would have had to put like Drax in the box.
They would have had to make it a 5-person box or something.
They could have done a 5-person box. So yeah, it's 40% off versus 80 or 12.5% off.
Because I always borrow
why is one
CGR?
4 times the discount?
Yeah, I always borrow CGR, and now I can't borrow CGR without buying 3 models I already own. It's like, okay.
Yeah.
Neat. Cool.
I don't mind that one nearly as much as the atrocity that is Doc Ock, but
yeah.
Yeah. That's what it is.
It is what it is. Don't they sell like 10 model packs now too? Didn't I see that at the store the other day?
Starter boxes. There's 2 starter boxes.
The starter boxes, yeah.
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 So they've reboxed all the Spider Foes just to then have a surprise starter box get announced like 2 months later.
Yeah.
So anyone who didn't already own them 100% bought them when that happened.
Yeah.
Which just meant you just razor appled everyone who bought those fucking boxes. It's like, guys, who is in charge of your product releases? This is ridiculous. Yeah, it is hard to understand sometimes.
I agree.
Did you decide what you're going to play at Adepticon?
It is about a 90% chance I'm going to play Guardians. I really like Guardians. They were my first true love that I played. And not just because the Guardians I have fully painted, and I do not have Asgard fully painted, and I have a lot of Trench Crusade to paint until then. So if I can get my Trench Crusade done, and then get my Asgardians done, I'll play Asgard. If not...
Wait, aren't you playing them in the affiliation battle?
Yeah, I'm playing in the affiliation battle.
What are you going to play if you don't get them painted?
Guardians.
Oh, okay. I didn't know your Guardians were painted.
Yeah. Guardians are full painted. And, like, Adam Warlock will take some time, but if you look at those other 2 models, those will be done in no time at all. And I'm excited. I looked them up today. One of those is, once again, one of the most powerful psychics in the universe.
Yeah,
which means I believe I will be gaining my, outside of CGR, but my second affiliated Mystic Attacker. Because thus far, everyone has guns Or hammers. And that is it. We have no psychic powers.
I mean, that's fair. It's usually feast or famine on that. You either have like no physical attackers or no mystic attackers.
Yeah.
I think so Moondragon and the other girl were in the Marvel Strike Force game I played for a while. And so the other girl will forever to me be Phyla-Vell, but her name is like Marvel or something.
Yeah, what did they
But in the video game, she was called Phyla-Vell because that was her real name.
Because I looked it up and it was like Phyla-Vell, which is I guess a title. There's been a couple of them or something like that. But they're calling her Quasar. So maybe that's her,
Quasar. That's what it is.
Her specific iteration of Phyla-Vell was Quasar. And then there's other ones that she is. So we'll see how it goes. Great models.
Yeah, the models do look really nice.
I'm not excited about that Moondragon because I'm looking at it and she is held up by her capes. Like there is going to be 2 connection points for that model.
If the cape is held up by like the effects, right?
The cape is held up by the effects, so she will literally be floating in a very fragile.
Well, it could be like I'm saying, it could be a merged piece where the cape and the spell effect is one part, and so it's actually glued down by that whole ring.
That's a good.
If they do the Doctor Strange thing, where it's literally 2 needle points on a circle, like it's like, guys, come on. I think they've learned their lesson on that.
Because I have re-glued my Nebula 4 times, and I finally the last time I stuck her foot down in the engine and just took glue and just filled it. I was like, this model will never come off again.
Yeah. Well, that'll probably wrap it for us today. What do you think? You got anything else?
Cool. Sounds good.
Okay. All right. Well, thanks for tuning in, everybody. Hopefully you had a good time. This has been Brandon.
And Josh.
And you've just listened to The Guardians.
So what are we going to call this thing?
I got it. Okay. Incredible, new, fantastic, astonishing, mighty, original, uncanny, sensational podcast.
I'm just going to put down infamous.